music gonna stop? Alright. Well, maybe my lower third will fire. Either way, how's everybody doing tonight? I am Chase, KI5IRE, and yeah, that is like really laggy. Just thought I'd hop on here for a little bit tonight. Just finished editing the video that I'm planning on posting probably tomorrow morning. Finished that up, been editing it most of today. Finally finished a little while ago. Ate some food, now I'm on here. Yeah, 6 meters is back open again tonight. As you can see, I'm seeing a little bit of activity on 6 meters. Couple of people. Let's see. Seeing if I open the GridTracker, seeing some California, Colorado, Florida, Kansas, Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, some other Texas. Not seeing any DX. Last night I was seeing Mexico and I think it was Mexico and Cuba that I saw in there last night. But yeah, it's always fun when 6 meters is open because I never get to work 6 meters because it's always closed. But last couple days has been, I guess, better. Some people on there. Still nobody really on sideband. I haven't really heard a whole lot of sideband on 6 meters right now, but definitely seeing some FT8. This is just one of the FT8s, and I just realized I'm kind of off frequency. And for some reason split is not enabled on the radio. There we go. Let's see if I can get this guy. Let's see what my SWR is, if I need to tune up. Oh wow, don't even need to tune up. But yeah, hopefully it won't screw with the camera tonight. I think it was screwing with the camera last night when I was playing around on 6 meter FT8. It was like, I think, shutting it off or something. I think it was more so messing with the capture card. Getting some spots. Getting a few spots. I don't know if this guy's hearing me though. I don't even know what my power level is either. 90 watts, so there we go. So now he's hearing me. I'm gonna move that alerts down. Because some reason when I share my screen with you guys, alerts won't go away. And I don't know if it's showing up. Yeah, it shows up. So I'm trying to, won't let me hide that either. That's kind of annoying. But yeah, so I'd hop on here for a little bit, play a little bit of radio on here. Now he's not hearing me. There's no way. According to the HamClock, it's showing spots all the way out there in like Europe. There's no way that I'm getting into Europe right now. I highly doubt that. I've been wrong before though, but I don't see that. On 6 meters. Unless that's guys that I'm receiving. No, I don't know where that's coming from. That's what the HamClock says. I haven't really quite figured out how the HamClock map works. Yeah, it's not showing anything like that on GridTracker. All right, he's already moved on, so he's probably not happening. Like I said, I haven't really seen a whole lot of people on sideband on 6 meters the last couple of days that it's been open. It was open last night too. I was on for a little bit, but yeah, Just not a whole lot. So I guess couldn't close out that one. Couldn't close out that first one. This guy's in Billings. I think Montana would be the furthest that I've ever made a 6 meter contact on, so I'll be kind of surprised if I can get this one. But man, like Colorado, that's pretty cool that seeing this much activity. I guess he's not hearing me in Billings. I'm hearing him in Billings, but I don't think he's hearing me. The furthest northwest that PSK reporter's showing is I'm getting into like just north of Cheyenne, Wyoming. So I don't think I'm getting Montana. Where's that Colorado? Who's that? Is that the NK0V? NK0V. I think it's going to be that Colorado. Or that K0SMM. No, that's Nebraska. Let's see if Nebraska's hearing me. That could be that guy. That could be the Nebraska, because I saw him on GridTracker PSK reporter. Looks like he's not hearing me either. I want to say it started kind of dying out about this time last night. 6 meters did. So I might have to just get on 6 meters a little bit earlier next time. But I'll play around on FT8 for a little bit, probably, and then head over to maybe try some sideband. Maybe see if there's any POTA to hunt on sideband. It's almost 10 o'clock here, so probably not. I don't know how long I'm going to go. Probably not going to go very long tonight because I've got some more stuff I got to do so I can release this video tomorrow. I got to export it. And I got to export it still and make a thumbnail and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've got some more stuff that I have to do. So I just don't think I'm going to be on too late tonight. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be spotted. Or be heard, rather. Is that for 6 meters or is that for another band, Joe? I might switch to the other FT8 channel too. Yeah. See if I can get this guy in South Dakota. Or was that the one that I already tried? No. There's another one in South Dakota. See if I can get him. If I can't get him, I'm going to switch, see if there's anybody else on the other one. Six meters. Okay, yeah, it looks like I'm getting a lot more spots all of a sudden, so. Usually I can't get past Texas. But now it's showing me getting all the way into, what is that? Like, Idaho-Washington border? That's what it looks like. So that's interesting. Like, oh yeah, now I'm showing Florida and what is that? Not Georgia. Alabama. Geography's a little bit rusty. Yeah, so I'm getting out quite a bit. I'm trying to think though. So north. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. My antenna is a little bit my 6 meters antenna. What I'm using for 6 meter antenna is my infed half wave. So I'm wondering if it being an infed half wave that's horizontally polarized and not vertically polarized could be why I'm having a hard time getting this stuff. Is 6 meters supposed to be done on a vertical? I don't ever, like I said, I don't ever get to play 6 meters because it's always closed. So this guy's in Wyoming, Cheyenne. So I think this is maybe the guy that I was spotted by earlier. But is that him? Yeah, N6UA. But I don't know that he's hearing me. Yeah, I'm wondering if it being horizontally polarized on my infed could possibly be why I don't hear 6 meters very well. Maybe I need to set up a vertical. Just a thought. Maybe I need to set up a infed for 6 meters and set it up vertical. Yeah, I'm not hearing nothing. Or I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting any contacts. Is this the guy maybe in Denver? Conifer? Wherever that is. I don't know where Conifer, Colorado is. I don't know. Just a thought though. I'm wondering if I need another antenna. I built one. I built my first homebrew for 2 meters, and that's actually what my video is for tomorrow. Built that last night. Kind of just had a wild hair. You have a horizontal random wire infed sloping down. Is that what your 6 meter antenna is, or is that your HF antenna? Alright, yeah, 6 meters on at least 313. Not getting much. Let's see. Doesn't sound like there's much on 323 either. Kind of think it's fading. Kind of think 6 meters is maybe fading. What's the top of this band? 50 megahertz. Well, it helps to be not in split. Oh. Okay, does that one work 6 meters also? I know my 1010 is supposed to work 6 meters. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Had my audio disabled for some reason. There I am. Had a lot of stuff disabled. But yeah, there's nothing on 6 meters. It's pretty much dead. I think it's faded. Wonder if 20 is open right now. 15. Nothing on 15, 20, anything? So 20's open still. I'm gonna try to go 20 sideband. What is it? Where it starts? 14,225, right? Yeah. Yeah, nothing on 20 sideband, it doesn't sound like. That's power line noise. Yep, nothing. Alright. We'll try 40 maybe. I don't know what this is.
You're the maximum. What is my report on Indiana? What is my report? My strength report on Indiana. Over. Roger, Roger. With Indianapolis on Indiana, they PTECH. Well, so good. Well, you have isolated more time, the 1, 2, 3, 4, more about the about 700, 800 watts of time. Well, that's 7 pixels. Thanks for the call and goodbye. Ciao. Shell 73, thanks for the report again. You're at 58, 5 and 8, 58 now. Shell, hold it up. Just a second. QZ Pacific. The crossmode. QZ Pacific. In the activity Victoria, Romeo Norway. Meaning SATAG. 8 for Pacific area. Polaria 6, 7 or 0. QZ Pacific. Italy 2 Victoria, Romeo Norway. 8 for Pacific area. And US. Italy 2 Victoria, Romeo Norway. Very much. QZ West Coast. Safe side. Italy 2 Victoria, Romeo Norway. I2 Victor Radio November. Doing long pass. India 2 Victoria, Romeo Norway. Italy 2 Victoria, Radio November. QZ Pacific. Polaria 6, 7 or 0. Italy 2 Victoria, Romeo Norway. Standing by.
Can't understand him.
Hello, no more, I think. Good. Also, the condition for the east side, I think. One more again to the west coast. West coast, US. Italy 2 Victoria, Romeo Norway. Italy 2 Victoria, Radio November. Go to the west coast, safe side. Italy 2 Victoria, Radio November. Standing by.
Kilo India 5, Indio Romeo Echo.
I'll code up again. I heard the presence only. Would you please QZ long time? Please, long time. QZ over. Our name is Sophie. QZ West Coast War. Italy 2 Victoria, Romeo Norway. West Coast State Tax. QZ.
Kilo India 5, Indio Romeo Echo.
Neck condition, I think, is time for the long distance Pacific area. Italy 2 Victoria, Romeo Norway. QZ anyone?
Kilo India 5, Indio Romeo Echo.
Whiskey 2 Foxtrot India Bravo. QZ. Oh, good night. Sorry for my mistake before. Whiskey 2 Foxtrot Lima Bravo. Foxtrot Lima Bravo. Thanks for the call and the first QSO. And 40 meters for the January and 2024. Happy New Year and after for you and family. Oh. And S8, not so strong. This site is also flat report to the east coast now. 58 now the first report. Roberto near Milan. 58 is near Milano. And north part of Italy. Wow. Well, John, thanks again. That's 7-3 for all, family. It's Tito Foxtrot Lima Bravo, London, I2 Victor and November, over. You would have done many things for the good report to my station work. We see two box to Lima Bravo in the Victoria Romeo mode. An S9 59 you're at the report now. Well, thanks for the USO. That's fine. Here is a usual condition user radio and the KI5IRE and for the also. Some radios that the land that they can do what after for and they put on the all on my not that full cycle at 100 pieces. Some radios 29 here. Now, so my antenna for yeah, no, 7-3, many thanks for this USO. All the best, stay safe, naturally, and a good night. Here is an example of 10 minutes past 05, but there's also the difference to the catheter. Yesterday, minus 3.5, actually, plus 2.6, plus 2.6 degrees Celsius, so very warm now. At this also the week, not a fog, not a storm out there, never the storm ground to my side. Ciao, John, thanks, and a good night, good bedroom. Whiskey 2 Fox Lima Bravo, I-Civic, November, over. Ciao, good night, buonanotte e a presto, ciao. Oh, it's so good for the QSA. Oh, I think kilowatt echo 8, kilowatt echo 8 something, please give us a more. Yeah, USR copy, kilowatt echo 8, Washington, America, Victoria. Good night, thank you for checking. Your Falcon 7, 5 strength 757, the first remote, near Milan, PUTIKEEG here near Milano, 45 miles about south of the city of Milan and northwest of Italy. The handle is Robert is the handle more, also the Bravo Oscar Baker, the nickname. Well, back 7-3 for all family and back again for you. Kilowatt Echo 8, Washington, America, Victoria, I-Civic 7 November, over. Kilowatt Echo 8, Whiskey Alpha Victor. Kilowatt Echo 8, Washington, America, Victoria. Please again. Yes, USF call. Thanks for the 59 bucks in the state of Ohio. Here 57 to 8. To the QSA, 57 to 58, maximum the report, near Milan, and northwest of Italy. Landing here the monobander, Pure Diaghi, 1, 2, 3, 4, monoband Diaghi, all on made, up 100 feet. In a Tango Sierra 870 Cambridge transceiver, and also an amplifier. I use L4B of rate. About 700, 800 watt apple time. What? 7-3 for you and for me. All the best from you. USL, so good again. No problem more. An answer is proposed. PTECH. Shell. Well, thanks again. 73. And confirm. Station has declined. I just want to sure to get 5 samples, please. Yours and what? No. No copy again the circuit. I'm sorry for the QMP wrong. Only whiskey 5 sampling. Would you please repeat it 3 times? 3 times your call. Over. Lima Yankee, London, Yokohama, NY, over. Good night, that's ready for you. Now you're assembling. For the 5 and 6. 56. 5. PTH near Milano, 45 miles south of Powerwerx. Well, many thanks. And about 7-3 is 25 Lima Yankee, India 2 Victoria Romeo Nobby. Over. Very good, Roberto. USL guys, thanks. Improve. Another 7 now. 1.7547. But USA is present. So very strong to me. Well done. W5NY on Texas. I Civic, November. 7-3 for you and family. Good night. And New Year 2024. Ciao, best yes. Thanks. Oh, Robbie got strong. But you want Charlie Alpha Lima. Boy, yeah, good night, Jeff.
Francis, my hand, it's not a dual band. It's just 70 centimeters. I didn't care about 2 meters. Hell, I got 6 or 7 2-meter ones around here. So mine's just 440. So.
Very good. Thanks for getting on. And you too. Happy about the new year.
Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo, is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo. CQ40, 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 Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo, CQ40, 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 Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo, Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo. CQ40, 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 Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo, Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo, CQ40, 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 Kilo India 5, India Romeo Echo.
I can't tell if there's something underneath me or what. I don't know. I don't know what. It sounds like there's some kind of sound underneath. But it's not there all the time. It's in like the entire 40 meter band for me.
July Bell F1Y going. It is what it is. K5RBI. Good night, everyone. Good night, Mouse. K5RBI. 59.6 kilowatt hours. It is what it is. That was actually better than what I thought because Hotel Italia número 6 de Whisky. Italia 6 de Whisky.
That's a hell of a white signal for 31.
So yeah, I tried to make contact with that Italy station, but I don't know if he wasn't hearing me or what, but I don't know. And then I tried to call CQ, and it didn't sound like there was anybody there or coming back to me when I asked the frequency in use. And then when I tried to call CQ, it sounded like there might have been somebody talking, so I wasn't gonna talk over somebody else. So I don't know.
They must be selling a bunch of them.
It's so hard to tell when you have such a high noise floor. I just can't tell.
Well, I tore this radio apart the other day and laid all the yellow off the knobs.
Maybe I can try 80. Yeah, I don't know. 40 just ain't working out right now. I think 288's just some guys rag chewing. Not really anything up at the top of the band either. It's not much of anything.
¿Qué vamos a hacer? Nos tenemos que poner en la mano, no la crema, Alex. Negativo a la crema. No.
I don't know if this is shortwave.
Para que te pones suavecita la piel. Ok, encantado, Alex. Muchísimas gracias por darme la oportunidad de saludarte, Alex. Encantado.
That might be Mexico or Spain.
Llegando ahí siempre de bonita forma. Así que te entrego el cambio, Alex. La frecuencia es tuya, placer de nosotros. Yo sé que ya te vas a retirar, pero ahí está el gran colega Reflector de la República Dominicana. Ya sabes de quién te trata. Yo voy por Italia, Alex me avisa para que haga ahí una bonita cena junto con Patricio. Y yo la pago, Alex, no te preocupes. Así que te entrego, Alex. Noviembre 3, X, creo, X-Ray, si no estoy equivocado. Así que te entrego, Alex.
Or could that be Puerto Rico, maybe? I don't know where that's from. No, I'm not hearing him.
Oye, sí, tienes razón ahí, Alex, tienes razón. Pero no te prometo, Alex, si tengo que salir de mi casa, tengo que salir aquí con la doña, ¿comprende? Y a la doña le da mi relación ahora, ¿no? Watched up 8 or 9 of them and just kept plugging them in with a buddy that had good copy on me. We just kept going through them until I found something that worked really well. Got Facebook? Not no Facebook. Oh, that's what I mean. You touch everybody up or down or anything you touch it. Turn your frequency real quick. Of course, the 991A will too, but. And that's not 10, that's really like 1, and that's the Q.
MFJ 828?
MFJ 828.
I'll have to check it out. Hey, I don't guess I've ever seen one.
Everything, this should work just fine on your truck. Well, that's why I think Summit Racing has never so, you know, I'm getting up there and I'm DMR-MARC. Really?
Two new ends on it, make two shorter pieces out of it, and when I saw all the stuff in the middle of it all nasty, I
like having a hotspot. I have control over where it goes. I don't know, I just keep low and you can do good. I think they're happy with either one of them. Of course, you're going to I know this, you can definitely definitely wreck it because of the power.
Oh yeah,
Because, I mean,
if it's wet.
it's a long bed truck. Yeah, it's a crew cab with a long bed. That's a heavy truck. Yeah. Being a 3500, I think that truck goes.
I don't think I've ever been out that way.
After several days,
The north construction staff were anywhere from 30 to 60. And they won't let you.
I don't think so. I ain't never had one you can close it all the way up and fire before.
I even went the other way on the input.
I put a hard dome across it and played with that.
KG7OL.
Good morning.
That's how it works.
Hey, how much rain did you get, Alex? Hey, Alex, how much rain did you get?
You know, that's a month. I think,
Nope. Yeah, I think it hit that car in that video wire.
Yaesu FTEX.
So 80, I can actually hear stuff on 80, but it sounds like it's mostly just rag shoes. Not a lot of people call it CQ. But surprisingly, 80, I can almost never hear 80 very well, but somehow I'm able 80 just fine tonight. I don't know what's up there. It's weird. I can almost never get 80 to work for me. Yeah. All wrapped up in the headset. Yeah, that's just weird. Starting to get tired. It's a
Early 90s, actually.
So I can hear stuff on 160.
Well, IFR makes good stuff now, don't get me wrong. But the spectrum analyzer I got now is that regular, that 815. That's for a cheap spectrum analyzer, it's decent. I was trying to make major.
I heard one person on all of 160. Let's check the cluster. Let's see what's in the cluster right now. Way down in the mud. Is this iPhone? Look. 53,590. Nothing on 53,590. I'm just not seeing anything on HF right now. Really at all. That's so weird. I don't hear shit. Seeing some EX on the cluster. Yeah, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to go play FT8 just to have fun tonight. Just about everything right now is going to be FT8. So, that kind of blows. So I'll go back over to WSJT-X. Get it fired back up. Turn DNR off. Turn split on. Yeah, see, there's so much showing up on FT8, but nobody wants to talk on sideband, I guess. Either that or that portion of the band is just closed. Let's see where this guy is at. Where's this guy? For some reason that's not telling me. It didn't show me that person's call sign. K0LUZ is GridTracker like not responding right now? I think GridTracker is having problems. Something's going on with my GridTracker. Maybe it'll pop back up. So I would like to log this. And in Logbook of the World, a little bit hard without GridTracker. I'm seeing Africa too. Looks like maybe South Africa. There we go. Closed it out. If I can get GridTracker to load, I'll know. Oh, fun. My camera's not displaying again. It's doing that thing that it did last night. I don't know what the hell is happening here, man. Everything's like freaking out. WSJT-X or GridTracker still not loading. GridTracker's having problems. Alright, close GridTracker again. Figure out my camera is still on, it looks like. Maybe. Is my camera off now? Oh, the battery died again. It's supposed to. Hang on. Well, it should work, but I have a feeling it's probably going to shut back off again. Some reason it's not wanting to stay on when it's being powered on USB. It's so weird. It's always worked, and all of a sudden it doesn't work. Now I just need GridTracker to reload. I'll probably stay on here for a little bit longer. Play a little bit of FT8 for a few minutes. I don't even think there's really anybody watching right now. It's only showing 3 people, so feel free to jump in the comments. Those of you watching, say hi. Because I'm just hanging out here. Trying to get everything to fire back up, but for some reason GridTracker is being a pain. Alright, there we go. Now it's working again. So I'm seeing like South Africa, Ecuador, all over the US, Japan. Seeing a couple of Japan stations on there, Mexico. So there's some DX on 20 meters still. I'm kind of surprised by that. Still would like to know where this guy was. He's in Florida. That's the guy that I just worked. He's in Florida right now. I see DTUI all the time. I think that's Angola or something like that is where DTUI is. I think it's Angola. Let's see. Yeah, Angola. I've worked him a couple of times, I think. I don't know where that is, but I see it a lot. But I don't even know where my spots all were. So on 20 meters, getting out on 20 meters actually right now. 20 meters is not usually open for me right now. See if I can't make contact with this South African station. Maybe if WSJT-X will work. I think I probably just killed the camera again. No? For some reason my antenna is causing a buzz. I didn't used to have one on 20. I really need to get some ferrites. Because all of a sudden I'm starting to get a lot of buzzing in the shack, and that's not something that was happening before. But when I transmit, particularly on FT8, that's when I start having issues. But yeah, it's super weird. I don't think I've changed anything with the antenna either. I think the antenna should be the same unless it's fallen in the last couple of weeks, which could be a possibility. I forgot to check it last night when I was outside. Got GridTracker doesn't want to work. It's frozen again. What the heck? ALC is not too high. That will cause buzzing. I probably should actually check that. Thank you for letting me know, Joe. Let me check that. I wouldn't say it's high. It's not higher than where I normally keep it. I usually keep it. I find that my ALC is best when it runs at about 9 on this radio, which I know other people say that you're supposed to make it not, or make it barely visible, but for me that's usually what works. It was the same way on my 891 too. When I do FT8, that tends to work the best for me is a higher ALC, but not maxed all the way out. So I usually just go to about the blue line. And now I'm not getting crap all. See if I can get this Dominica. This is one I've been trying to work, but I can never get a response out of him, so I'll be intrigued to see if I can get a response out of him tonight. Thinking about just close GridTracker because it's blocked up. It's useless right now. At least the map's locked up. Maybe it's because I need to update it. I've been neglecting that for the last couple of weeks. And my camera's off yet again. And now I've got GridTracker full screen and I can't get it out of full screen. I don't know what's going on here. But something is... I don't think I'm getting that Dominica station though. So I'm going to stop transmitting to him. Because I don't think he's hearing me. I'm not seeing him on any PSK at all. But again, I'm still getting into South Africa. Getting, I think that's New Zealand down there. So some spots down in like New Zealand. So yeah, 20 meters FT8 is wide open here in Texas right now, which again, it's very surprising to me because it is never open at night. I'm just gonna call CQ. I'm just trying to make a couple contacts on 20. Just trying to make a couple. Not a lot. Well, called CQ 3 times now. Not seeing anything on FT8. On 20 meters, so I guess I'll move down move down to 30. See if I can get anything now on 30 maybe. See if I can get this Alaskan station. Nothing else is working. Ah, there we go. So, Alaska's come back to me, just came back to me with a -8. And I'm hearing him at a -6. So, making some progress now. And got some spots over into Europe. On 30 meters. Looks like I'm closing this one out. So I finally made a contact. Alaska on 30. So sweet. So that's my first contact of the night, I guess. See what else is out there. Oh, got, I think that's Spain. Come back to me. Yeah, Spain. Got Spain coming back to me. Spain's always calling me for some reason. I don't know if like Texas is hard for them to get or what, but ever since I got my tech license and when I was playing around on like 10 meters, I had a lot of Spanish contacts. Even when I have like portable. Sometimes when I'm like doing a pod activation, I'll get a couple of Spanish stations that'll call back to me and work me. I've never known what's up with that. Argentina. I don't know if I'm gonna get Argentina. It might happen, but I'm not seeing any spots down there. Something's going on here now, and I can hear myself talking. Monitor off. There we go. I gotta switch batteries on my camera apparently. I see you on 30 meters now, Joe. I must be skipping right over you, Joe, because I'm not getting anything. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you were seeing me or not. Yeah, I didn't see you at all. It was or I could see you, but I didn't see any response from you, so I didn't know. It's a good try. I am just gonna work down to like 40 though, because I'm just not having very much luck now on 30. And as always, K7 is doing a POTA right now on 40 meters. I think he's out there like dang near every single day. That really is goals, man, to be doing a POTA activation every single day. He's got me plus 10. I haven't been plus 10 from him in a long time, actually. So propagation must be pretty good today. Or tonight, whatever it is your time right now. It might be day or night for some of you. Well, at least I was able to close out with him this time. I've had a few of them where I wasn't able to close out. I'm really surprised I'm not seeing more activity on Boardy. I'm wondering if... So it's been raining last day or so, I guess since last night, and I'm wondering if I got some water in my coax or something, even though it's heat shrunk and... all my coax is heat shrunk and electrical taped, but I'm kind of wondering if I got some water in a connection somewhere, because it kind of is like this sometimes when it's wet outside. Either that or, I don't know. Either that or I'm just doing something wrong. This guy's right up the road too, but I don't know that he's gonna hear me. I'm seeing him. Parker is probably 30 to 40 miles away from me. I mean, it's like 2 counties away to my northeast, but I don't know that I'm gonna be getting this guy. He's not coming back to me, so that stinks. Yep, he's not seeing me. I don't think. Either that or he just ain't responding to me. I don't think I've seen him though in a couple minutes actually. Let's see. What was it? M5BYL? Yeah. Yep. I'm not seeing him anymore anyway, so. Well, it was worth a try. Might go play around on OpenSpot for a few minutes too. I might like leave 6 meters running while I do that. Oh, that's the Pi Star. Randomizer OpenSpot. Local 9. Yeah, I'm gonna go switch over for a little bit on the OpenSpot, and then after that I might call it a night. Let's see, how do I get this to go away? That won't go away. That's kind of annoying. OpenSpot. Let's see if it will work. I don't know what I'm on right now. I'm on YSF 325922. I forgot what that is. I don't know if you guys can hear. No, you can't even hear the OpenSpot right now. Maybe you can now. What is 325.922? But it's not coming through my radio now. Having a bit of issues right now. Oh, that's AmericaLink, isn't it? I don't know if I want to talk on AmericaLink. I'll give it a try. KI5IRE.
KI5IRE KL5QJ.
KL5QJ, was that correct?
That's affirmative. KL5 Quebec Juliet.
How are you doing tonight, sir? I'm just hanging out here in the shack and playing a little bit of radio and just seeing who all's out there right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. I'm just trying to get some stuff together before I go to bed for work tomorrow, but figured I'd mess around on my radio a little bit here before I went to bed.
Yeah, I hadn't been on digital much in the last couple of months, but last couple of nights I've just kind of got the digital bug and got on and just started playing around and seeing what's out there. I haven't been on AmericaLink in probably 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I set up was an HRI 200. I set that up on like an FTM 200, and I just got it working, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, but I haven't really messed around with it a whole lot, so I've got a little handheld I've been, I guess, hooked up to it and see if I can get it working, so I guess it's working pretty well then.
So are you coming through on Yeasu System Fusion? Is that what you're going through? Or are you going through like a hotspot, or what are you hitting it with?
Yeah, it's going through Fusion. I've got it's an HRI 200 box, and I've got like a FTM 200 hooked up to that, and I've got like a little antenna hooked up to that radio. So my handheld, I'm just connected to that radio upstairs I've got, or the antenna upstairs, and it goes through Fusion.
Okay, yeah, it sounds good, man. It sounds really good. I'm just using a Radioddity DB25D, which is a DMR radio, and I got it just going into my OpenSpot 4 Pro, and I'm going into the YSF reflector for AmericaLink. I had been playing around with crossmode quite a bit the last few months. Not on it, like I said, a whole lot, but yeah, I'll do a little bit of crossmode every now and then. Kind of fun just to play with it and all that.
time. So I've been trying to mess around with that a little bit, but it's a QRP radio, so right now it's just me getting out, like, outside of town and trying to use the thing. It's just I live up in Eagle River, Alaska, so it's just too cold and snowy right now for me to really use it, so I'll wait till the spring's out when everything melts. But it's a pretty cool little radio just looking at it and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few guys using the ICOM 705 for stuff like Parks on the Air and all that. I've worked a couple of guys. I worked a couple of guys from, I think, like California that were on a 705. So that QRP radio gets out pretty far. It's a great radio. I'd love to buy one at some point, but I do also at the same time like my 100 watt FT 891. $100 or nothing.
How I bought the thing, I saw it on eBay and some dude sold it, was selling it, and I got
around like $500, so I was like, that's one I can't pass up on because I think it's like a $1,300 radio, so I got a real good price on it, so I was like, okay, I'll get it.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping I'm going to be able to find a good deal on one out at the HamFest next month. Trying to think of the name of it. Orlando Hamcation.
Have you ever been to, I've never been to a HamFest before. Are they pretty cool? Is it just like a bunch of the distributors out there and stuff? What all goes on there?
So that's actually, Orlando is actually going to be the first HamFest that I've been to. But yeah, it's just a bunch of vendors and stuff out there and a bunch of other hams and all that kind of stuff. And then they have some trade shows and stuff from what I understand. But like I said, that's my first one to get to go to. It just happened that I had vacation that week. So I'm using it to do a little bit of traveling. I try to travel every time I have vacation time.
Yeah, it sounds like it'll be a good time, man. Well, hey, man, I'm going to get off here. It's very nice meeting you, man. Good talking. But 7-3 to you, and have a good evening. QJ.
Get to meet up on this talk group again at some point, man. You have a good night, 7-3, and have a good one, man.
I don't know how much of that was actually audible. Yeah, I don't know how much of that was actually audible.
This is Whiskey Hotel 6 Bravo Zulu from Hawaii, testing my new OpenSpot 4. Can anyone hear me?
This is KI5IRE, Whiskey Hotel 6 Bravo Zulu. You're loud and clear into the America link.
Awesome, outstanding. Thank you for the first time on digital, playing with digital mode, so glad I got it working.
Yeah, man, you sound great. What radio are you running?
So I'm using HT, the Yaesu FT5D, and the OpenSpot 4.
Are you on the OpenSpot 4 or the OpenSpot 4 Pro?
Oh yeah, sorry, it's the OpenSpot 4 Pro.
Okay, right on, man. Yeah, that's what I'm using too. I'm using the OpenSpot 4 Pro, going from a Radioddity 25D, which is a little 25 watt DMR mobile radio, and I'm just going into it, DMR, and then coming back out of it into the Yeasu System Fusion crossmode for the America Link Reflector.
Yeah, hopefully my last QSO was actually audible, because I had it going through the interface half the time.
Awesome. I love that you can just cross-connect to all kinds of different platforms like DSTAR and P25 and Yeasu System Fusion. I like it. I just got it today. FedEx just dropped it off, and so I'm just playing with it right now.
Yeah, I think I picked mine up either last July or last August, and I was actually surprised at how fast it shipped from Estonia, man. I got it in, like, I think it was probably a couple of days or so. I mean, it shipped really, really fast. I did not expect it to be to Texas that fast.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm in Hawaii, and I saw where it was shipping from. They sent it via FedEx, and I think it came like in 4 or 5 days. I'm like, wow. Some Amazon packages don't even come that fast to Hawaii.
Yeah, I've heard several other hams say that shipping's kind of a nightmare to Hawaii. I didn't know it was that bad, because they were saying some stuff takes a really long time to get there.
It does. It's like, especially batteries. Like, it's almost impossible for us to get batteries from Amazon, so I'll have to use eBay or the actual manufacturer's websites. You know, it's real bad. But we are building a Amazon warehouse here in Hawaii, so hopefully once that's finished, we'll be getting our packages maybe same day or the next day. That'd be awesome. Whiskey Hotel 6 Bravo Zulu.
Yeah, that's awesome. I bet it'll be a lot more convenient. Your radio ID card shows you're in Eva Beach. I can't remember what island is Eva Beach on.
Eva Beach, I'm in Oahu.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I was on Oahu last year, and it's a pretty cool island, man. That was that was one of my favorite trips for sure. I went and visited both North Shore and went out to can't remember the name of the uh, beach, but it's like the one that's like really rocky up there on the northwest side of the island. But yeah, man, it was super cool to get to go there. You got the rainforest and all that other stuff, man. There's no other place like Oahu.
Yeah, I know. It's really beautiful out here. That's why it's hard for me to leave. I was born and raised here, but you know I did join the Navy, so I traveled all over the place. But I always come back to Hawaii. You know, so. But Texas is also my second home. I like Texas. My daughters are actually living in Texas right now. I have a rental property in Waco, so I travel to Texas like maybe once a year just to visit the house, talk to the property managers, visit my kids, and yeah. If I ever have to leave Hawaii, that's where I'm going, is Texas.
Yeah, man, Texas is definitely the place to be. It's kind of random that you ended up with a rental house in Waco of all places, man. I don't think I've ever heard anybody said that they lived in another state, especially somewhere like Hawaii, and ended up in Waco, unless maybe their one of their kids went to like Baylor or something.
Yeah, no, I wanted to get into being a landlord, right? So I wanted to buy additional properties, but of course the prices in Hawaii was too expensive. So I started looking around, and I used to watch the show Chip and I forgot the name, but they're real popular in Waco, and I was like, wow, it seems like the houses are real cheap in Waco. So I started looking at housing prices in Waco and found a nice one right by the airport, the Waco Regional Airport. So I was like, yeah, just buy that one. But my girls live in Abilene, so it's about 2 hours, I think, drive from Waco. Over.
Yeah, man, Central Texas is super cheap. I live in the Dallas area, and man, it's definitely crazy when you look at the prices of houses and stuff down there in Central Texas versus here. But the further you get into Central Texas, like closer to Austin, definitely it's a lot more expensive. And then out towards like Abilene, it gets cheaper too.
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely cheap out there. I wish, Hawaii is ridiculous. You can't even buy a house here now for less than $1 million. And if you do, it's it's just maybe a two bedroom, house or something ridiculous. It's just getting crazy. But yeah, I'll probably visit Texas in a couple of months actually. Visit my girls. So. But yeah, thanks for chatting with me. I'm just really happy that this OpenSpot works. And I was searching around trying to find an active channel. I was like, is this thing working? I kept trying to join different chat groups or different servers and nothing. And then I went on Reddit and then I found out about this server, and immediately I heard you talking to, I think it was Dan or the other person. And I was like, oh, this sounds like a good one.
Yeah, this one's pretty active. I know you said you were pretty new to. Digital modes and stuff. So yeah, America Link's pretty busy. And then if you have time to mess with the cross mode stuff, there's definitely some active reflectors on DSTAR, so you can cross mode from YSF into DSTAR. I think 30 Charlie's the one that's pretty busy. I think that's the North America one, and then there's some other DMR ones on like Brayemeister. I think 91 North America is super busy. So if you ever need a radio check, those are good places to go as well. But yeah, America Link's pretty busy because it's a cross mode all the time.
Roger. Thank you for all the suggestions. I wrote them all down, so appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna just play with the settings some more, and yeah, thanks for the contact, and 73 from Hawaii.
73 from Texas, man. Good to meet you, man. Take care.
Aloha.
TA, AA4, TA, there is November 1, Mike Tango Alpha, Bob in Oxford, Maine. You around this afternoon in Okinawa, Japan, Hatsun, JA4, ETA, and 1 MTA.
Was trying to roll around in the chair, but it was like wrapped up on my water bottle strap. So wrapped up on it. Yeah, I was trying to roll away from the desk. Just turned around. Shoot. So yeah, made a contact with somebody. I don't remember where he was at. Where was he at? I forgot. KL5QJ. KL5QJ. Let's see, where was he at? 446.15. He was in in Alaska. Yeah, he said he was in Alaska, because I remember he said it was too snowy there. I'm sure it is too snowy there. I don't think that I would want to be in Alaska right now. It's just too cold for me. I can barely handle when it's like freaking, what is it right now, 40 degrees? I don't like that. Yeah, just not my thing when it's that cold. Let's see. Think I might have logged that right in RUMlog. I don't know if you guys can. You guys aren't even seeing that. I guess I don't have RUMlog. Let's see. I think I have it there. I gotta add it to my screen. Yeah, now you guys can see it. Need to also add it to this one too. Now y'all can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so I logged them in RUMlog. I gotta figure out why. I'm trying to figure out why. Oh wow, I'm peaking like way bad. I'm trying to figure out why in RUMlog it doesn't show. For some reason here, if I go, where's RUMlog full screen? Go back to RUMlog. So I'm trying to figure out why in RUMlog, as you can see, where is it? Up here, where it's orange. I'm trying to figure out why it doesn't log it and actually fill out the band. I don't know why that is. I gotta figure that out. That's annoying as crap. Probably play around for just a little bit longer. See what else is out there. So that's fun on America Link. Let's see what other reflectors are out there that. Don't know if I want to switch off of YSF though. Switch to selected. What the heck? I kind of want to go mess around on DSTAR though. Yeah, we'll switch over to DSTAR, see if there's anything good on DSTAR right now. Don't anyone let's see, 30 Charlie. I think. Let's look and see. DSTAR. Oh, wait, didn't I have that pulled up last night? No. Looks like maybe 30 Charlie. REF. Looks like maybe 30 Charlie. Or 32 Bravo. If I can get this to work. It's running really slow right now for some reason. I don't know what's going on. What did I say? 30? 30 Charlie? Or wait. What time was that? 5:37? That was a minute ago. That doesn't tell me what node it is. That's a gateway. '68 Bravo maybe. Looks like Italy's on there. Play around on Italy maybe. I think I said 68 Bravo. See if I can hear Italy. Oh, I think they're speaking Italian. I don't speak Italian. I'm not good at that.
Apro e chiudo velocemente quella questione della chat. Io detesto, ma veramente detesto le varie chat inerenti Telegram, intendo quelle chat, quelle discussioni che sono l'origine del 99% di problemi. perché tu dici A, il tizio capisce B, poi riferisce D, alla fine si creano solo casini e raramente si hanno dei benefici.
32 Bravo.
Poi ci sono le prime donne che devono mostrare la loro onniscienza, e quindi su qualunque argomento loro cominciano a... È tutto un insieme di cose che io le detesto, infatti non ci partecipo. Sono iscritto non so a quante decine di queste pseudo chat radioamatoriali, ma mai partecipato. Mi iscrivono, mi infilano dentro e poi mi accorgo di essere dentro senza sapere come mai ci sono
I
arrivato.
don't know what's what.
Chiusa questa questione, è strano, cioè, vabbè, strano, in campo elettronico
Oh,
è
that's the mega
difficile, è
reflector.
una
One
parola
Charlie's mega
grossa.
reflector.
Però scusate, come mai si è
So I
scassato?
guess
Ha
that's why
preso una
everybody
botta,
goes,
problemi
maybe.
di...
Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out.
cioè, non è cosa
DSTAR.
comune che si
This is
scassi un altoparlante o un
confusing to
difetto
me.
di fabbrica, ecco.
So 30 Charlie.
Cioè, ne ho sentite, a uno che conosco io gli si è
That's
scassato
repeaters, I
l'altoparlante
guess.
del 4.
So I guess all like the different repeaters are on that. But I'm not hearing anything on One Charlie. Module C. Did I connect? Because it's not showing me on, it's not showing me as connected. Maybe it is. Let's go over to status tab. KI5IRE.
KI5IRE.
See if maybe anybody comes back to me on One Charlie. I don't think I was showing up though on last heard. Yeah, I'm not showing up. But it's module C. So I don't know if I know what I'm doing or not. Because Reflector 1.gateway. DSTAR gateway doesn't show me. That's weird. KI5IRE.
KI5IRE.
Am I hooked up the right way? Try that again. Because... Or do I need to go into it as a gateway? Might have to go into it as a gateway. Maybe that's what I have to do. And then connect to the server. I don't know. If anybody knows how to use DSTAR, let me know. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'll try refreshing this one more time. Oh yeah, now it's showing me. So I did the right thing on One Charlie. I gotta try to get back. Make sure nobody was coming back to me. Because I clicked off because I didn't hear anything. Let's try it again. Kilo India 5
Kilo India 5 India Romeo Echo listening.
Is the audio fine or is it choppy? Because
KI5IRE KC3IGJ.
KC3IGJ KI5IRE. How's it going tonight, sir?
Man, hello from the East Coast, Southern New Jersey here. How you doing? Back to you.
Down here in Texas, and it's about 40 degrees down here, so about average temperature tonight. Now, it's not, it's the last few days or last few weeks, it's been a lot colder than average.
Same here. The weather people have been telling us the end of summer and fall, this is the big year for the big snow we hadn't had in so many years, and we were getting rain and tons of rain, and finally we got a couple of days of cold, and we got probably about 4 inches of snow here where I'm at. First measurable snow in several years here. I hope I never see it again. It's supposed to start warming up tomorrow, and it's been in the 20s here in the last probably 3 days. In the 20s for a high, and talking about 60 here on Friday, so we'll get all that salt washed off the vehicles, and hopefully won't look back again at winter.
Yeah, we got a little bit of snow last week. We weren't even supposed to actually get any. It turned out we got lake effect snow here in North Texas. And all we have is little man-made ponds down here, so that was a little interesting. We usually get maybe about maybe half a foot of snow annually down here in this part of the country, but yeah, we were supposed to get some ice this week, but it ended up not happening.
It just sounds funny to me that Texas gets snow any time of the year.
Yeah, I'm only surprised we haven't had snow in the summertime yet down here, because it'll get, sometimes there's nights where we get about down to in the 40s.
Yeah, for as hot as it gets down there, you wouldn't think you get that kind of weather there.
Yeah, honestly, I never knew that it got that cold down here. In fact, I lived in Oklahoma a couple years ago. I lived there for about 2 years, and I was surprised at the difference. You go 200 miles north, and you get good snow up there. I've never seen snow like I got until I lived up in Oklahoma, and we got, the first year I lived there, we got, I think it was like 3 feet of snow, and I had never seen 3 feet of snow in my life.
Oh, well, I lived in Chicago for 20-some years, and I can remember 1979 being able to walk up on the snowdrift onto the top of the house to shovel off the roof.
So you said you lived in Chicago at one point. Does it snow more, you think, in Chicago, or does it snow more in New Jersey, or is it about the same?
No, I just recently moved to Jersey here. Bite my tongue, I never thought that would happen, but it was the best deal I could find to retire. I was born and raised in southeastern Pennsylvania, moved to Chicago, moved back to Pennsylvania. This area here, southern New Jersey, eastern Pennsylvania, we're kind of shelter between the Pocono Mountains and the Atlantic Ocean. So, you know, we don't get all that snow and ice that the rest of Pennsylvania gets or northern New Jersey gets. But down here in the southern part of New Jersey, we're a lot closer to the ocean. So, oh yeah, it snows ridiculously more in the Midwest than it does here. I got friends in Chicago right now. Last Monday they woke up, was 15 below without the wind, and they had 9 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah, I think 9 inches of snow and minus 15 real temperature is, that's a little bit too cold for me. I can handle about a negative 14 wind chill like I had when I lived in Oklahoma regularly at night, but man, doing that during the day and then, you know, having 9 inches of snow you got to go shovel, that's a nightmare, and that is not something that I think I would want to go through, living with that every single day.
Yeah, well, like I said, I lived in Chicago for 22 years. In the middle of that, we moved to Phoenix, Arizona, over there for 10 months. That was another mishap. Went back to Chicago for 10 years, and the last house I had a quite large driveway that kind of, the back, you parked in the back of the house, so the driveway went up the side of the house and wrapped around between the garage and the house. So, you're trying to snowball on a curve, basically, and you got the wind blowing constantly, snowing, you know, below zero temperatures. You're trying to snowblow. There's nowhere to put it because it's either so high or your snowblower can't throw it over wherever it's at, and the wind's blowing it back in your face. And finally I said, I had enough of this. I'm going back to the East Coast, and let's see what's happening. And the weather's been fairly good since I've been here the last 25 years. Had a few times I had to crack out the snowblower, but I probably never more than 5 inches ever. Back to you.
Yeah, I think if I went over to the Midwest, I would probably be crawling back to Texas or somewhere down here in the South pretty quickly. I could not deal with that much snow, and you get it probably once a week or so. Man, I went and visited a friend of mine, I think it was last December in Indianapolis, and I've never been happier to get out of somewhere faster than that. It was, I think it was like 1 degree at night when I was there, and the way the houses are built there, they're small little Midwestern house, you know, Midwestern style houses that are wood frame, and it gets cold up there, and you know, when it's that cold, there's nothing you can really do to seek refuge from it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, the heat didn't bother me, the humidity didn't bother me, the cold always bothered me. You know, I always said I'd rather be hot than cold. That's what I'm saying now in the winter, but I know when the summer gets here, the heat and humidity bother me, or they didn't used to when I was young, so now I just want to be comfortable.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Being cold, yeah, I agree with you on that. I would much rather be too warm than too cold. Being too cold sucks, especially when you got to go out there in the elements, and then your hands are freezing up and your toes are freezing up, and you jam your hand on something while you're trying to clear snow or clear ice, and that's probably the worst part of it. If it wasn't for my hands freezing up, even with gloves on, I think I could probably tolerate the cold a little bit, especially when I just wear some coveralls to keep the wind out.
Yeah, well, now I'm at retirement age. You know, the last few years, my arthritis has been coming on strong. I remember when I was a kid, you know, my grandparents, my grandmother always saying she knew when it was going to rain. I used to laugh, think she was crazy. Well, now I know when it's going to rain or when it is raining, but if you got arthritis, the cold even makes it worse. The cold and the dampness when it snows, man, it's hard to move your hands and do things sometimes.
Oh yeah, man, I'm not at the arthritis age just yet, but I sure dread the day that I get there, because I know the winters is not going to be fun. My grandmother had arthritis in her knees, and she's had replacements and all that. And she's always, every time it gets a little bit cold, it kills her. Her knees start hurting like crap, and her hands start hurting. So yeah, I dread those days when I get to the point where I start developing arthritis and all those other things that you get when you get older.
Well, not everybody gets it, so maybe you'll be lucky. My sisters haven't gotten it. My mother and father never had it. I guess it skipped a generation. My grandparents to me, I guess. But yeah, it started, I don't know when it started with me, like 2017. By then, I was already walking lopsided for like 4 years. It's a long story. They couldn't figure out what was wrong. I had these back doctors trying to tell me I needed back surgery. And here it was, the arthritis ate the top of my hip for like 2 inches. The top of my hip was eaten away. I had no pain at all. I just walked crooked and drug my left foot. I just got so used to it, it didn't bother me. Got that fixed. And then I was in 2017. I had a hip replaced, and I was pretty good. Then all of a sudden, I think it was 2021, right during the end of the pandemic, my right hip started hurting, and I already knew what it was, even though the left hip never had any pain. And I was standing still and I went to move. I don't know if you know what a ratchet wrench is, but my hip would move like a ratchet, like click, 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 back and forth. I said, oh, I need a hip now. So after I got the right hip replaced, I felt really good. Then all of a sudden, I'd already had some arthritis in my ankles, but it just progressed from the ankles to my elbows, my wrists, and my hands. After that, it was downhill.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be there at some point too, man. I used to run in my younger days. Ran a lot for cross country and track when I was in high school about 10 years ago or so. And yeah, I feel knee pain and stuff all the time. So I'm sure as I get older, my knees and my ankles and my hips and all that will start getting to that point as well. So I'm probably about a quarter of the way there if I had to guess.
Well, living in Texas might not be so bad. I mean, the heat, I'm pretty sure it's dry where you're at. I don't know. I don't know if it's humid there, but I know they say like New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona is the place to be. If you got arthritis, they say it's so dry there.
Yeah, I'm up in North Texas in the Dallas area. So in the summertime, we get quite a bit of humidity. I don't know if you've ever been to this part of Texas, but usually about April or so is when we start getting the humidity to come back in here from the Gulf. The Gulf of Mexico kind of opens up, and April to about May or so into May is usually, that's when we get all of our storms and stuff. The Oklahoma style storms where you get the tornadoes and the hail and all that kind of stuff. So, and then after May's over, we start to usually lose the jet stream, so we don't get so much of the severe weather. And then May through about October or so, May through October or so is our just our humidity and hot season. So it's hot and humid all the way from May, June, all the way to October.
Yeah, okay. Well, you got some humidity there, you got moisture. So, well, I'll just cross my fingers, and not everybody gets it. Maybe you'll be one of the lucky ones that won't get it, and you'll be like Dick Van Dyke, 95 years old and still dancing.
I sure hope so, man. I want to be able to enjoy, getting to go hike and all that kind of stuff that I can do still at a somewhat younger age, and get out and do portable ham radio and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully I'll definitely keep my fingers crossed that I'll be still able to do that when I start getting closer to retirement age at least.
Well, they say what you eat has a lot to do with it. I don't abide by that. I don't read on that. I have so little that I like, and the older I get, I like even less. So I'm not going to try and venture to see what you're supposed to eat and not eat. I can barely find enough to eat that I like.
Yeah, and not only is it hard to find stuff that's good to eat and with all the vitamins and stuff that they say we need, it's also very expensive to eat healthy foods. I've tried to go on the whole healthy eating diets and all that. Man, it is way more expensive than people would think to eat healthy.
Yeah, I retired at the end of December, and I thought, we were going to have a decent winter, and I'd be able to, I moved into a sort of a retirement community, sort of, and I thought, I'll be able to walk around here, start doing some exercising because I'm not working, but it's just been so cold. I'm not going out there walking around on the ice and stuff like that, but I've been trying to change my eating habits. When I worked, I ate 3 meals a day. I get up at 3 in the morning, I'd eat a meal. Then I'd have a lunch, then I'd come home and have my breakfast for dinner, just so I didn't have a big meal before I went to bed, because I worked 12-hour shifts for many, 47 years. And I thought, I get off, I stop working, I won't be eating a lunch, I'll have a breakfast and a dinner. My body doesn't like the 2 meals. If I don't have something in the middle of the day, most of the time, I need to get something to eat, I get weak or whatever, but I'm trying to figure out how to eat less. It's not, I don't think I eat a lot, it's what I eat, but I can't change that because I have so little that I do like, so I'm trying to figure out how to eat less. As soon as the weather breaks, I'll get outside and walk every couple days a week.
So you said you're in the southern part of New Jersey. What mountain range is that up there in that part of New Jersey? Is that the Appalachians? Like, is that the northern tip of the Appalachians Mountains?
No, there's no mountains where I'm at. I'm right by the ocean. Pennsylvania, all across northern Pennsylvania is the Pocono Mountains on the eastern side, and then as you approach the middle of the state, it turns into the, I don't know if it's Appalachian or, I can't think of what it is right now. It just got slipped my mind, but yeah, no mountainous over here where I'm at in New Jersey. It's all sand and flat and pine trees.
Okay, I thought you mentioned something about mountains earlier. That might have been, I think that, now that I am thinking about it, I think you might have been saying you were nestled in between the mountains and the ocean.
Yeah, when I was in Pennsylvania, I was like smack dab in the middle between the Pocono Mountains and the ocean. Now I'm closer to the ocean, so it's actually kind of weird. It's a little warmer where I'm at from where I was in Pennsylvania. I'm only like 26 miles away, but I'm that much closer to the ocean, so I guess it stays that much warmer. It rains more than it snows.
So in the summertime, are the beaches warm enough, like the areas closest to the beach, are they warm enough like where you could swim in the ocean, or is it kind of like Northern California where it's like the 50s in the summertime?
Oh, the air temperature is definitely warm, 80s, 90s, close to 100, high humidity. But the ocean water doesn't warm up until almost fall. And if you call 73 degrees or 74 degrees warmed up for swimming, that ain't for me. And the Atlantic Ocean here is filthy. I wouldn't get in it. You can't see your feet. But the water's not warm enough for me to swim in. I need to have like 80, 85, at least before I'm getting in it. But the air temperature, you go out on the beach, you're hot and sweating, that's for sure.
I hear you on not getting in that Atlantic Ocean water, man. The Gulf of Mexico, I don't know if you've ever been down there to like Galveston Beach here in Texas or any of those beaches. That's some nasty water. it's all brown, and the beaches are like nasty sand. So it's definitely not the clearest water or anything. I haven't really been to any other beaches that have been nice enough for me to want to get into them since I went to, I think it was Daytona Beach in Florida and the North Shore of Oahu in Hawaii.
Yeah, when I lived in Chicago, one time when I was young, we went out to Lake Michigan. It looks like an ocean. That was filthy too. But I don't remember if the Atlantic Ocean was filthy when I was a kid. It probably was. But, now that I'm older, I got more sense, or just paranoid more, I don't know which. But I've been to Florida one time. That was around 2011, I think. And everyone was saying, oh, wait till you see the water. Well, I was near Tampa, and we stopped on the side of the road at one of these lookout bridges. Looked just as murky and muddy as it does up here in the Atlantic Ocean. Then I've been told you got to get out past the Keys to get clear water. But, yeah, so I've never seen, like, super clean water where you can put your feet in it and see your feet. Any water I've been in, you can't even see your feet.
Yeah, it doesn't really, it's definitely going to be a lot more brown in the Gulf of Mexico because it's kind of like I think they say it's like a basin, so all the like sediment at the bottom of the ocean kind of stirs up to the surface in the Gulf. But once you're like, yeah, toward the Keys and I think the east coast of Florida, you don't have as much of a bowl shape to it, so it's got a lot more, a lot less dirt and stuff filled it. But yeah, definitely that west coast of Florida, I've heard a lot of people say that it's not like the clearest water there. But the nicest beach I keep hearing people say is Gulf Shores in like Alabama part of the Gulf Coast. They always say it's the white sand beach and all that kind of stuff.
I don't think I have a chance to go to any of these, islands or anything, so I'm never going to see these white sandy beaches and clear blue water where I can see the fish swimming. There's too much pollution. We've been destroying our oceans for years.
Oh yeah, I hear that. Definitely the clearest water I've ever seen was definitely when I went to Hawaii. They have a lot higher, like, I guess, environmental standards and stuff along the coast. So you go out to Hawaii and the ocean water just looks like somebody poured Dawn dish soap in it. I mean, it's so blue and clear. I mean, you stand in it and you can see your feet right at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, I know I'm never getting there. What's that water temperature like in Hawaii?
So I don't know what it's like in the wintertime, or I mean in the summertime, but I went to North Shore last year in February, and it was probably about 80 degrees, I think. I mean, it was still really warm in February there last year, so and there were people out there surfing and swimming in the ocean, and when I was standing in it, it was probably 70 degrees, maybe 80 degrees, or something along the lines of that.
Well, if it's in the 80s, I'd give it a try. If it's in the 70s, man, that's too cold for me.
Yeah, I think a lot of it just depends on where you're at the time of the year there. You definitely see a lot more people apparently in like February in the North Shore. I think some people were telling me that it's warmer up there. It's a little bit warmer up there, and the waves are a lot taller there, like it's better surfing conditions in the early months of the year, and then towards the middle of the year or the end of the year, I think they were saying that they go to the South Shore of Oahu, and it's warm up there, and they get good waves up there for surfing.
Yeah, in September we went down to the ocean there, to the beach, boardwalk, whatever you want to call it, and just for 2 days, 3 days, whatever it was. They were supposed to have an air show. I've never been to an air show. It wasn't the biggest one they have there. It's like one of the last ones at the end of the year, but it was still pretty cool to see it. But lost my train of thought. Oh, but they had some of the highest waves that weekend they said anyone has ever seen in that area of New Jersey, of the shore there. We had like 10 to 12 foot waves coming in all weekend while we were there. It was amazing to see.
And I bet that'd be cool to go see an air show over the ocean like that. That sounds really cool. Since you said you were from Chicago, did you ever happen to make it out to air show like Oshkosh or anything like that? KI5IRE.
KC3IGJ. Yeah, I lived in Chicago for 22 years. I've been in the printing industry all my life, and these people from the printing plate company up in Oshkosh always wanted to take me to the Oshkosh Air Show. And I just had no interest. At the time, I was heavily into playing music and building hot rod cars. I had no interest in planes whatsoever. So the first time I went was this past September, and that's what I thought about. All the times they tried to get me to come up there to Oshkosh, on them, they were going to pay it and to see what I understand is a very large air show. I'm kicking myself now.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those air shows I've always wanted to get out to. It seems like it's an experience unlike any other. We used to have a couple of air shows here every year in the North Texas area, and I'd go when I was a little kid, and I didn't really have any interest back then, but now that they've kind of stopped it because the airport where they used to do the air show at the most, where they had have like the Blue Angels come over and the Thunderbirds and all that, that airport actually got sold to Amazon, so Amazon now owns that airport, and pretty much like all of the packages that come into their shipping facility up there that's north of Fort Worth, Texas, all of the planes, all of their cargo planes for Amazon fly in there now, so they own that airport and they shut down the air show there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, man, because that air show had been going on longer than I was alive. I think they had been doing it at least since the 90s is what I remember being told. But yeah, they shut it down. I think the last year they did it might have been a year or two after COVID, because I remember that they had to cancel the air show, I think, for COVID, and then I think a couple of years after that they ended up canceling that air show. It was called the Alliance Air Show.
Well, who knows why it really shut down, if they lost interest after COVID, or if Amazon had that much influence. I hate to think so, but stranger things have happened.
Yeah, man, I can't believe how many people have lost interest in things like air shows and that. I mean, like I said, I wasn't super into it when I was a kid, but now that I'm older, like, it's so fun to just get out there and watch the planes and all that stuff. I go pretty frequently. I'm lucky enough where I live close to DFW Airport, and it's one of the largest and most busy airports in the world, and it's just super fun to go up there and just watch the planes take off and land, and all that stuff's just extremely interesting, especially now that we have things like Flight Radar 24 and all of that, where we can look up at the plane and try to figure out what it is, and then if you can't figure out what it is, you can look it up on the Flight Radar app and find out even where it's headed.
IZ1 GCN, thank you for watching, man. Appreciate it.
Just
Hope
reading
you're
something
enjoying.
yesterday. There's a
Hello
bigger
from
air
Texas.
show just south
Thank
of
you
where
for
I was
watching from
this
Italy.
year for the one. I may hold off and try and go to that this year. A lot of World War II fighter planes in that air show.
Yeah, we have a World War II air show, the Commemorative Air Force, that was, I think they made it a lot smaller this year, but I never did go to that one as a kid at all, but the first year that I actually found out about it was last October, not October 2023, but October of 2022, when they had the can't remember what it was. It was one of the bomber planes that crashed at the air show during the air show, and that was the first time I had heard about that. But it was the Wings Over Dallas Commemorative Air Force show, and it looks like it's really cool. And I think they're supposed to bring it back to full air show next year. But I guess this year they said that they didn't think that it was right to bring it back in full force.
No, yeah, I remember hearing something about that. That's a shame, man.
Yeah, I was at work when that happened, and I saw a plume of smoke. I work in the news industry, so I was out working on another story, and we looked up, and we were, I don't know, maybe 10 miles south of it, and then we looked over and saw a plume of smoke, and me being me, the curious person I am, I was looking around trying to figure out what it was, and I saw something about a aircraft crash, so we started headed that direction, only to find out it was a plane crash at the air show.
Yeah, that ain't cool. You'd think something like that would end the air show.
Yeah, it was definitely sad, man. I mean, it was a very tragic thing. I think it was a couple of there were a couple of veteran like military veteran people that were on those planes and stuff. I think it was 3 or 4 or 5 people that ended up losing their life in that crash. It was a very sad thing to see, and really also sad to see the piece of history get, destroyed in an instant. Two pieces of history destroyed in an instant.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. I think someone's trying to get in there. I saw a call sign pop up underneath mine here a few minutes ago. I'm going to let this reflector open up here, and I'll sit on the side here, and maybe we'll get back to you in a little bit. Good speaking to you over there. Got Don here, Southern New Jersey, and I'm going to get off the key here and let the reflector open up after you. KC3IGJ, I'll be listening.
Yeah, it was good talking to you as well, Don, and I hope to get to talk to you on here again soon, man. You have a good night, sir, and I'm going to probably jump around a little bit as well and let the reflector open up, too. KC3IGJ, it was good talking to you, 73, from KI5IRE. You have a good night.
So yeah, that was a long QSO, and I think I forgot to identify a couple times within a 10-minute period. Whoops. Luckily on digital your call sign's always there. So I guess that's identifying. But yeah, again, IZ1GCN, thank you for watching from North Italy. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you are enjoying the stream. I've been on for almost 3 hours now, just kind of hanging out here and playing around on radio, played around on HF a little bit earlier, and have just been kind of working some digital, a little bit of digital for the last few minutes. Yep. I'm going to run to the other room real quick. I'll be right back in just a couple of minutes. Enjoy the HamClock for a couple of minutes. Forgot to unmute myself. Alright, I'm back. I might see if there's any other reflectors active right now. See if there's anything that looks interesting going on right now on DSTAR or YSF maybe. Don't really know what all's out there right now. I'm just kind of playing around and just seeing just kind of who's on there. Had a pretty long conversation there with the guy from New Jersey. I think it was KC3ICJ was his call sign. Yeah, KC3 IGJ, KC3 IGJ. Don from Burlington, New Jersey. He said that's a beach area. So yeah, super nice guy. Had a fun conversation with him. Yeah, hopefully I'll get to talk to him again on the air at some point because yeah, we had a good long conversation. So let's see, Australia's on 23. What is Reflector 23? Australia. I don't really know what all reflectors or what yet. I'm still kind of figuring that out. It's kind of weird how they're not named anywhere, at least that I've seen. Maybe I'll see what all's on Brandmeister last heard. It's been quite a while since I've actually been on Brandmeister. I haven't been on Brandmeister in a couple of months probably. See what all's out there. Let's see. What talk group are they on? Guess I gotta turn this sideways maybe so that I can actually read it. Destination, worldwide, national, multi-mode, Nevada, statewide, IT radio chat, which is Italy. Did I pause that? I paused that. Let's see. That looks like Australia Bridge. Ontario, which I haven't talked to Canada. I haven't talked to Canada on DMR in a while. But I've also got to kind of have these things programmed in too. And I don't really have a whole lot of these programmed. Seeing a bunch of Canada. So maybe I'll switch over to like one of the provincial talk groups or something on Brainmeister. Gotta go to connectors. I forget how to do this. Edit connector, and it's DMR homebrew MMDVM. Switch to selected, and then modem.
Secure. This is Victor Echo 7 Lima Charlie Golf. Over.
Brainmeister manager. Oh crap. My API key's not in there right now. I'm gonna have to go pull that somehow without y'all seeing it. So I'm gonna shut that off for a second so that I can enter my API key and punch that in there. Give me just a sec to do that. think I have to kill the camera too for a sec, just so I can make sure y'all don't see my API key. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back now. Let me turn these back on. Alright. So I think I got it working now. I had to... Apparently it wiped my API key for some stupid reason. Tends to happen when I haven't been on here in a while. It just erases that for some reason. I don't know if it's a security thing or what. But now it's not working again. That's annoying. It just saved it. Is there a way to refresh it? Yeah. Let's see if refreshing that has an effect, maybe. I've been looking for the refresh setting all night long, too. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow inside of the mic. Alright, we'll try that again. Quick call. That's not what I was going to do. Brandmeister manager. But I think it wiped it again. So, probably going to have to re-enter that. That's really freaking annoying. It's saying key is valid on my phone. So, I don't know why it's not showing up on here. Man. That's really annoying. API cleared. Still telling me to save an API key. Let's try it again. It's still showing it. Check key. key is valid on my phone. Save. So it's saved. And now it should let me. I wonder if I need to. I'm gonna refresh it again before I start messing with it. Maybe this will work. Interact. Let's hope it works. No. Let's try this. If I OpenSpot 4.local. Does it work? Maybe if I do it this way, it'll work. Yeah, still doesn't work. Trying to think of what to do. Give me just a second. I'm gonna shut this off one more time. So yeah, for whatever reason, I can't get my Brandmeister API key to work, so I'm not going to be able to control what's on my hotspot from that. So I'm going to have to do it all, I guess, from my phone or my iPad. So I dropped that. Let's see. What was actually active? don't know it was actually active or not. I don't know, not a whole lot out there right now. Looks like it's just a lot of person to person, and I'm kind of getting a little bit tired too. And I still got some stuff I have to get done actually before I go to bed. Some stuff for tomorrow's video, so I'm probably actually gonna get off of here. Yep, I had a bunch of fun. I was on here for about a little over 3 hours tonight, so I might be back on tomorrow night. I'm still trying to decide. I was thinking about maybe doing a live stream because I need to get my Pi-Star hotspot set up still. And I was thinking about just doing a live stream of me setting it back up. I've had it set up before, but I tried to load a different firmware on it. So I'm reverting back to the original Pi-Star software. So I might do a live stream of that tomorrow night. Fix it live. So yep. I don't even know if anybody's actually watching anymore at this point because it's almost 1 o'clock here in Texas. I know Joe was in there earlier, and IZ1GCM was in there earlier. Looks like just Joe was in the chat. I don't see anybody else. Joe and IZ1GCN from Italy, all the way from North Italy. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, as always. Played around a little bit. I tried to do 6 meters again. No 6 meters. Second night in a row. Actually, yeah, there's like nobody for about the last hour. 6 meters has been dead. So, yeah. But yeah, thanks for sticking with me tonight and watching a little bit. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. So I think I'm gonna go QRT and get some stuff done so I can go to bed and get up on time tomorrow. So thanks for watching, guys. Later. Y'all have a good night. 73.